So I was at the Asian grocery store earlier today, and this woman was sitting, she looked like she was Native American, and she was sitting right in front of the grocery store, and she motioned over to me to come over, and she said, "Come over, anything will help." And so I walked over to her, and, in the past, I would be very judgmental of people who seemed homeless and were asking for money or for something. I would, if someone looked like they might be on drugs or quite out of it, or I would probably be less likely to give. And if someone seemed like they were pretty able, then I may not feel like I would want to give also. And I remember being in India with Indian Enlightened Master Paramahamsa Nityananda, and I noticed how when he would walk down the streets, as we walked to different parts of the areas, and when people would beg for money, he would always give. And it left an impression on me about, we don't know everyone's circumstances, and we can't always judge them for it. So if you feel like your heart's open and an overflowingness of we're in a really good place, and there's room to give, and then just give. So in any case, this perhaps someone I would have normally just ignored. I walked up to her, and so first thing I asked her was, "Would you like a vegetable?" So I had this organically cultivated fuzzy melon. I've been growing in my yard and my garden, and been nurturing this for months and months for months. And so I brought it with me today, because I was going to ballet class. I was going to I was planning on going to the farmer's market, and I was also planning on going to other places. And I thought, if I feel drawn to it, if I feel drawn to it, then I'm going to give it to someone, right? And so I asked her, "Would you like this vegetable?" She said yes. So I went to the car and got it for her. And then when I got back to being in front of her, I said, "Here's the vegetable." And then I shared with her how to cut it and cook it. And she said to me, "I'm homeless, and I don't, I wouldn't have anywhere to cook it." And so I said to her, "Well, this is all I can give you right now." And I was curious. So I was curious about her reaction, and she didn't seem very upset or anything like that. And so I just went inside and I shopped for groceries. Then when I was inside, I thought, well, why don't I get something for her? And so I proceeded to go down this whole aisle, because I'm really into making sure that things are as natural as possible without all these random flavorings and different things. So I literally walked down the whole aisle and was so picky about everything, and finally picked out one that it had mango juice and water, and the worst thing in it was just citric acid in terms of added onto it. And so I happily got it, and then I went outside, and as I was leaving to give it to her, and I thought about this experience, and I thought, well, why was it that she made me inspired to get something for her? And it was because of just her being she was, first of all, I just felt like she was very, she had this energy of gratefulness to her. And she also wasn't she was also okay, so if I wasn't going to give them, that would be fine too. And she was, she didn't show signs of being annoyed or asking for more, so that, just her being in that energy of like grateful and just her being her, like somehow she added value to me, like in terms of my interaction with her. And so I think it's such a great reminder of how if we're ever experiencing either tough times or we might feel like things aren't going as we would like, that, if we stay in that energy of gratefulness and joy, because I feel like I saw joy in her face, even though she's homeless, like she still had this sense of joy. And if we are in some way adding value to someone else, even if stuff that's been happening to us has been crappy, like up till this moment, it's like if we are adding value to someone else, if we are sharing our joy, we will attract people and be open to, we will attract the opportunity to receive. And so, I was in contemplation of that today and just thought to share it with you.